Did Ken Zolciak's husband, Kroy bring a gun to the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion? Well, according to Andy Cohen, he did. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So as you know, we've been talking about this new book from David Quinn called Not All Diamonds and Rosé. There we go. And there's been a lot of stale tea that we've been talking about, that he's talking about that Lisa Vanderpump is the one that leaked the Puppygate story to the press. And then we saw this recent story where the other housewives in the book are talking about how Bethany Frankel plotted and planned this whole, telling Luann about the Tom cheating rumors, and that she sent probably an assistant to capture the moment. Let me read exactly what was said. This is Carole Radziwill, and this is what she says. It was a total setup. Bethany knew this woman and found out that she was in contact with Tom. And Bethany was like, the next time you go to see him, text me. And then that's what happened. Bethany knew that they were going to this hotel, and she sent her friend, or probably her assistant, to take a picture. I mean, Bethany doesn't have a lot of friends, and she certainly didn't just happen to have a friend at the Regency at 10 o'clock on a Tuesday night when Tom just happened to be there kissing some chick he used to bang. Ramona added this: Bethany totally planned that Tom thing. She knew what was going on and sent someone to photograph that. And here's how calculating Bethany is, Ramona continues. When she told Luann about Tom having a kissing moment with someone else, she was like, hold on, I need a drink. Give me that bottle, which happens to be a Skinny Girl drink. She wanted to make sure it was in the film. First of all, you can't knock Bethany's hustle. You can't knock Bethany's hustle. If anything, Bethany is part of the reason why rhony was so good, is because she knows how to produce television. She understands the assignment. But a lot of you have been saying, well, okay, what's the smoke here? Obviously, it was very obvious that, if anything, Bethany wanted to make sure she had her receipts. And I believe she actually posted that recently on her social media in response to all of this. She keeps all of her records. She understands the assignment. But the bigger story here is that Tom cheated. You can't be mad at Bethany for having the receipts, because at the end of the day, you gave her the information by being a low-down dirty dog. Just saying. And she also understands what she's doing. We also understand that Carole and Ramona are not in a good place with Bethany. But since we're talking about Carole, let's talk about her response to Andy Cohen. I know you guys probably think I hate Andy Cohen, but I don't. This is a book that he's putting out on his publishing company. So in the book, this is what Andy Cohen says about Carole. Cohen took umbrage at the Instagram move. Carole's post basically implied that she was leaving a really toxic situation, he tells Quinn in the book. It really rubbed me the wrong way because I really felt like I had changed her life. Radziwill says in the book that Andy went ballistic, and she had to eventually tell him never to contact her again. She is not the person I used to know, says Cohen. So shout out to our friends over at Lisa Loves That. She reposted it. She says, I had changed her life. Andy Cohen really thinks any of these housewives are indebted to him. Princess Radziwill doesn't need you. She has multiple Emmys and a Peabody. Pipe down. So, and she tagged Andy and Carole. Carole retweeted it and says this: just another man telling a woman she ought to be more grateful. Housewives changed Andy Cohen's life, not mine. And Bravo built a $100 million franchise on the backs of women. Let's not get it twisted. Every once in a while, I have to give Carole some kudos. Every once in a while, I have to give Carole some kudos. And this is one of those moments. This is one of those moments. No lies were told in that post. But let's talk about some lies that Andy Cohen might be telling about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. As you may recall, Kim Zolciak-Biermann returned for a brief moment to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and everyone was excited about her returning and seeing her relationship with Nene. But throughout the season, a lot of people saw a lot of problematic behavior that she displayed, most specifically at the reunion. And apparently, it got very heated between Andy Cohen and Kroy Biermann. As you know, Kroy is very protective of Kim. He literally would sit in his car waiting for her when she was filming, ready to whisk her away when things got a little too heated. So what we're hearing in this new book, Andy Cohen says this was one of the very first times that he felt threatened. And he said that this conversation between him and Kroy felt as if Andy was not protecting Kim in this moment, that he was not bringing up any good highlights from everything that played out in the season with her. And Andy pretty much said there really wasn't anything good to highlight. Andy says that he found out later that producers had told Kroy to leave a loaded gun in his car. We have to keep in mind, though. We have to keep this in mind. I know that they're trying to get us to read this book. They're trying, but I'm just reading the snippets. Thank you to everyone that's been posting the snippets on Twitter. We have to remember something. This is Georgia, an open carry state. God only knows how many of those housewives and husbands actually have guns. Did Kroy plan, and I haven't seen a statement from Kim or Kroy about this, did he plan to bring in a gun because he felt like he was going to use it? Or did he just happen to have a gun because it's an open carry state? I don't know. But I do find it interesting that this was highlighted in the book. I want to know what you guys think about this story or stories that we're getting from this book. Are you reading this book? You're welcome, Andy. We're talking about it. You're welcome. I want to continue the conversation in the comment section, guys. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.